Well, and obviously, like, we're in the business of sales too, so it's like, not only am I ordering books for myself because that would be easy, right? Like, I know what I like and I know what I wanna read, so it's like, I'm not just catering to myself either, I'm trying to cater to a book population of so many women, of all the women, like, what is it that they like to read? How do I figure out all of the trends and not just what I like to read? So, really truly, like, having an open ear and open eye to things that I wouldn't necessarily pick up, but that doesn't mean other people won't. So, that's also been, like, kind of a challenge because 'cause I'm like, "Well, I know what I want," but being able to fill a store worth of books definitely isn't gonna be all my kind of books, so
Okay, I'm here with Amanda today, and first thing I wanted to say is, how do you do it?
I'm
Okay,
an all-American winning machine. I show up in high heels, and I am going to win the race before you've even chosen your lane. I've got the champagne popped and my makeup fixed at the end of the course. Nope, that wasn't it
it's
either.
perfect. I
Hey,
love it.
I was trying,
It
the all-American winning machine thing.
All American Winter Machine. Okay,
Talladega
so
Nights.
I'm here with Amanda, my wife,
Mhm.
confidant, lover, everything, all the things.
Yeah.
And she had just reopened her bookstore in a new location, and
New
so
location, new name. Knew everything. So, we were Main Squeeze Midland. We were downtown in Micro Market, so shout out to Micro Market for really showing us that we could do it, right? And that we wanted to keep doing it. And then we moved into Ally Village, so now we're Paper and Vine, and where that really came from, which you know how hard it was for us to pick a new name to grow into our new space, but Paper and Vine came from we wanted to expand our titles, so now we have all of the different kinds of books and also wine, so wine and beer, so now we're Paper and Vine.
ooh, we put I always loved you put the alcohol element into the bookstore and made it kind of like a girl bar. Right,
Absolutely.
and so that's I always thought that was cool because I feel like we have there's guy bars in sports
Yeah.
and all that cool stuff, and, like, let's do a girl bar.
Yeah.
And so let me take you back for a minute. Just because I know you, but the audience doesn't know, is that what was the first name? We went through a few name changes.
Oh
What
my
was the
gosh.
first where did we restarted at with the whole names?
Yeah, so there's been 3, so that's been fun. That's a lot of tax paperwork, but, we started as Meet Cute Midland,
Uh-huh.
which Meet Cute is really just a trademark or a name of I mean, it comes from movies too, not just books, but the first time that you meet the person that's gonna be your person is really what a meet cute is, so it's kind of a cute play on words that when you meet someone for the first time and it's cute and you guys fall for each other. So that's what we were first, and then we kinda played it off to book boyfriends is where the main Squeeze Midland
L-
came from, so
Let
it
me
wasn't supposed to be like lemonade. Go ahead,
let
what?
me interrupt you.
Oh,
Tell me
no.
no, tell us what happened. Why did we change it from meet cute to
With while being politically correct, right, we had a bookstore reach out to us from California that, mind you, we didn't know existed, that was named Meet Cute. While we were Meet Cute Midland, they had said that there was some legalities in trademarking and all the things, so we did just go ahead and decide to change the name so that we could in talking to several lawyers, they basically told us that, as you know, that it just depended on what the name was worth it to us, if it was worth going to court over or not, and it just wasn't for us, so we changed it, then we became Main Squeeze, which was supposed to be a play on boyfriends and your person, but then we really, again, just wanted to elevate the name a little bit for not just being a romance bookstore and also our alcohol sales.
Yeah, so you ended on
Paper and Vine.
Paper and Vine,
Yeah,
book bar.
yeah. Book
Good.
bar, added that in there for sure.
Cool. So Amanda, tell us about how this came about. Like what made you want to start a business?
At the
What
very
inspired
beginning?
Yeah, we'll go yeah.
Alright, so I was doom scrolling, obviously, on TikTok, and there is this amazing bookstore in Dallas that I was like, "I want to go there." Super girly, super fun, super feminine, like all the things that I love in a book. And I thought, "Man, we don't have anything super fun and super girly for women here." And so it really started as that. Like, I'm thinking and I'm like, where do I buy girlfriend gifts? Where do I buy a book and I don't want to necessarily support Barnes and Noble or Amazon. What can I do? And there wasn't really an option here, or a place that a girl could just go and be a girl and feel like a girl. And so that's kind of how we started. We wanted to be a place where you could go and buy a girl gift. And that's kind of what that started as for us. And then now, not only can you go buy girl gifts and books, there's also men gifts and men books in there now. But being a bar so that you can come in with your book club or with your girlfriends and have a champagne in the morning or in the afternoon, I guess. And yeah, sitting with your girlfriends, have some fun, gal time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, or your husbands can drink while you're shopping. That's
Yeah,
cool too. We have beer,
but
so that's fun.
there's beer.
Yes.
Good for us to come in
And
and
a CO2 machine, which has been really fun to learn how to use because you have to have a glove on. It's this like whole production of how to use the CO2 machine to frost a mug. So that was fun to learn.
okay, well, tell okay, good. So we inspired by you got inspired by a bookstore,
Mhm.
and then what after the inspiration, what made it say, "Hey, I actually want to make this come to fruition"?
Well, so first I saw the video, obviously doom scrolling, and I sent it to my sister and my mom and said, "Hey, this is so fun. I want to do this." Like, and I don't know, I was halfway serious, halfway joking. I don't know. I've never you know this, I never really wanted to own a business. Like that wasn't who I am as a person typically. I am a true Enneagram 2. Like I am a true helper by trait. I'm a nurse practitioner. And so I still do a little bit of that, but yeah, helping people has always been my thing. And so I love reading, love books, read a lot of them. But yeah, owning a business was never really like something that I was like, yeah, let me do I want to be an entrepreneur. Like that sounds so fun. So I think for me, it was more so about building community again as like that Enneagram 2 helper. Like I wanted to build something for everyone else, something that everyone could enjoy and come and be a part of and feel welcome and excited to be a part of. So again, I just texted my mom and my sister and said, "Hey, this is super fun. We should do something like this." My mom said, "Absolutely not, but I'd love to go visit with you." And then my sister was like, "Nah, I'm in. Let's do it." And that's her true self is like an entrepreneur. So she was absolutely all in. So then I, of course, had to do it. And then mom got FOMO. So now it's me, my mom, my sister all running this business together.
Cool, and, so that's awesome, how it came to fruition is the idea is that's it, like, that's how it did it. It's very simple and just
Oh,
spurred it.
absolutely. Well,
We had a call and
yeah, and it's
eh
so funny too because when I tell people about this, they're like, "Wait, you 3 women, like, stood this up, like, just because you wanted to?" And it's so funny because when we decided that that's what we wanted to do, I texted my friend Lauren, who runs Micro Market downtown, and I was like, "Hey, do you guys have any spaces?" And we kinda chatted about it, and from the day of signing the lease and getting this done, which, mind you, was only, like, a week after saying I wanted to do it, we had the store standing in 45 days
that's
and
crazy.
opened 45 days. So,
So
like, we're all truly, like, very we have a goal in mind and we're gonna get it done, like, super quickly and all super determined and, yeah, very goal and task-oriented people, so
yeah, so you from the bookstore on
TikTok.
TikTok,
Yeah.
so texting your sister to then we're opening in this
Yeah.
45 days,
December 12th of last year, yeah. 45 days. So fun.
and
But it wasn't because it was a lot of work, a lot of work.
yeah, I can imagine.
And
Well,
then,
I
like,
can
all the intricacies and, like, nuances of opening up a bookstore are things that I had 0 idea about, right? Like, I again, didn't know anything about even owning or running a business, but, like, how do you get an account with all the publishers? And, like, which publishers do you want an account with? And how do you order books? And how many of each book do you order? And, like, yeah, way more things that I truly didn't even think of when I was like, "Yeah, I wanna open a bookstore. This sounds fun."
Yeah, I can yeah, no, I can totally relate to that because, as starting my business, is you were like, "Hey, I wanna start a business," and then when you start going down it,
So many things.
there's so many things. You
Yeah.
have to set how do I set up, um, the government, and how do I get the ESN, the numbers to have a business? How do I and
Yeah.
then there's you have to and so in 45 days, you had to answer thousands of
Yeah.
questions for for yourselves and figure those things out and then apply them.
Yeah. Well, and obviously, like, we're in the business of sales too. So it's like, not only am I ordering books for myself, because that would be easy, right? Like, I know what I like and I know what I want to read. So it's like, I'm not just catering to myself either. I'm trying to cater to a book population of so many women, of all the women, like what is it that they like to read? How do I figure out all of the trends and not just what I like to read? So really truly like having an open ear and open eye to things that I wouldn't necessarily pick up, but that doesn't mean other people won't. So that's also been like kind of a challenge because I'm like, well, I know what I want, but being able to fill a store worth of books definitely isn't going to be all my kind of books. So,
Yeah, that's excellent
yeah.
that you knocked off the to-do list,
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I'm a
the
checklist
check
person.
yeah,
Yeah.
checklist, checked it all.
You write it down, you mark it off. That's the only way to do it.
Right.
So our family, maybe I should say, literally live by a calendar. So the Skylight calendar, shout out to them, but everything is color coded by person as to like how we're going to get things done because yeah, there's no way that with 2 businesses and 4 kids and all the sports, it would even happen if we didn't. So
Yeah, so be organized.
yeah, absolutely. Which is again the only way that the bookstore stood up. Yeah. But I think one of the other really important things about our bookstore is that me, my mom, and my sister all have extremely different personalities. So my sister is an engineer by trade. So she's at Conoco and she's extremely mathematical and strategic and has a plan for literally everything. And while I say that I'm like a very calendar oriented person, I also am very free flowing. And so it's like I'm a very people oriented person who tends to kind of go with the flow and get things done and be that people person, I guess, or the face of things. And then my mom is obviously, she was a principal. And so she's very detail oriented and very like on top of things. So they get to kind of be like more so the backside of the business. And then I'm like the person that talks about all the things and I'm there with the people most of the time. And so it's kind of fun because it's what I'm truly good at too.
Yeah, absolutely, you're good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
already Stefan always says like, "Hey, how did you do that so well in front of the camera without, like, having to think about it?" I'm like, "I don't really know."
Yeah, no, so, I'm doing the podcast, I have made videos myself, and I'm all for me, even though people may not see it, I'm always super nervous and
Yeah.
nerve-wracked about how am I speaking, how exactly what I mean,
No,
how
you're
I'm s
so great. You're fine.
how I'm speaking and, projection, and then I go and I watch your videos, and they're just free flowing and they're like, "I haven't seen you do this in years," and now and then whenever if you guys watch Amanda and Paper and Vine, you'll see her, and she's, excellent at.
Well, and it's super funny too because I can't say that I always feel that way. Like I remember one of our very first interviews for the bookstore when we were main squeeze. I went on to a news segment, like literally drove there, took a bunch of like materials and all the things, and I was sitting outside, like twiddling my thumbs, like so nervous. I was like shaking. And then like I got up there and I was like, oh, that was really easy. And it was live and I loved it. And it was so much fun and yeah, absolutely. So I don't know, maybe I just thrive that way, like
Yeah.
in chaos.
Yeah, so you do actually get nervous, you're just
Absolutely.
really good at hiding it.
Yes.
Okay. So, but that's, I think for people that that see that behind the camera that it's not always
Oh yeah,
yeah, it's not always that someone's really good at it, they're probably nervous too, and you
absolutely.
make it look easy. Do you feel like that you building this community through your face and brand and books, something that you love is, something that you were called to do, like a calling of yours?
Again, I feel like I've always like been a really big people person, and so like I feel like I can get along with most people. And something that's really easy to talk about and bond over is books. And that's because truly so many of us have like so many different likes, and it's really easy to, especially walking into the bookstore, talk to people about them because it's like, oh, well, I've read this. Have you read that one? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Why? Like, and it's something that's truly easy to like bond and get creative and fun and kind of feminine and like enjoy that energy with other ladies. So it's really cool because again, people of like all different walks of life, different ages, like all sorts of things will come in and just be able to again talk to somebody completely different than them. And it's really cool to be able
Yes,
to see.
for sure, and
So for instance, sorry, I didn't mean to
you're
cut
okay.
you off. We hosted a fantasy night last week, and it was our first fantasy night. We're gonna do book month or book clubs every single week for the month, and so we'll have a fantasy night, a thriller night, a contemporary romance, and then the last one will be kind of just like a non-specific genre, like a memoir or self-dev or uh, literary fiction. But anyway, all that to say, we did have our fantasy night, and fantasy isn't really like my top genre. Like I wouldn't choose it on top of other types of books. It's just not usually my favorite. But we read one last month called, do you remember?
Shield of Sparrows.
Shield of Sparrows.
Mhm.
You actually read it too.
I read it.
That's cool.
Mhm.
But Shield of Sparrows, and I absolutely devoured it. It was so, so good. And to be able to sit with, it was, I think it was probably 25 ladies that showed up to Shield of Sparrows Fantasy Night. And to be able to talk about why we loved it, what we didn't like about it, that we were really excited to see that there was a next book coming out, like being able to bond with literally all different kinds of people was really cool, and I was able to, like, kind of lead a discussion, which made me feel good because 'cause I'm like, "Oh, I feel like I'm bringing all these people together," which obviously that's not me, like, I'm not doing that, like, these people showed up and wanted to be there, but, like, to be able to lead people in conversation of something similar was really cool.
Yeah, absolutely, and for me, I always think of community as in, like, we're building community, and, building that with other people is a very, experience in life that's, very brings a lot of joy,
Absolutely.
and it's more than just, like, transactional relationships, it's like, you guys are everyone's
Well,
bonding,
and
it's
we
very
wouldn't
healthy for the spirit.
Yeah. Well, and we wouldn't be able to get through anything in this day and age without building community of some sort. Like that's truly how we're able to get through any of the things that we do.
Okay, so whenever you opened the, um tell me some of the bad, right? So what are some problems that's happened, since you've opened the bookstore, and troubles? Like, since we've been talking, I feel like we've talked about all the good things, and
Yeah.
I know that for myself in business, it's not all good. There's always trials and tribulations on trying to.
Let me start off by saying though that a bookstore is somewhere where I do go as, like, a place of joy and happiness, so, yes, there are definitely some things that I'm like, I don't love that." Um, it is at like, a place of comfort for me, even through the trials and tribulations, just because I truly enjoy building community and reading, and I could get lost in a book constantly. So, I'm at book, like, 65 for the year, so I love reading, I truly read a lot of books, but, yeah, I would say that one of the hardest things for me is I'm not a huge confrontation person. So sometimes having to do things that aren't comfortable, I guess. Like I do employee management. I wouldn't say that that always has me in my most comfortable light. Just because, again, yeah, I'm a true helper and people person by nature. And so if I have to do something of like disciplinary action, not my fave, don't love it. And then, for instance, right now, I'm dealing with a big issue in that we just had our giant grand opening on Saturday, and our shelves are looking pretty empty considering we sold a ton of books over the weekend. So we sent an order, like a rush order of books this morning
Mm.
because the shelves are pretty empty. And then probably having to figure out again how to order books. and what to order is hard because there's thousands and thousands of books being published all the time. And it's like, well, I don't want to like leave one out that's really good and ends up being like this huge TikTok book talk sensation and I haven't ordered it. And then I'm like kind of left out of that trend, but also like I can't see into the future as to which books are going to be big. And I can't order every book ever. So I guess that would probably be one of the hardest things for me
Yeah.
because I'm the one who does all of the ordering.
Yeah, so employee management. You
Yeah.
didn't yeah,
Not my fave.
that's one of the things you get into business and then you start hiring people, then you kinda have to, they look at you as the leader
Yeah.
and then you have to try to check your own self too, and then at the same time, manage and organize another person, another human, and do that in a way that tries to make everyone have mutual beneficial relationships. And that understand that well. It's a very fine line and a hard thing to accomplish. And you only do that by kind of there's has to be a confrontation with them, and I think that's what the deal with every relationship, right? We all have to
Yeah.
have some confrontations to really get to a ground we can both agree on.
Like maybe though I run it a little different because I am a girl. Like maybe a little more mothering than I would say you do. But also my place of business is very like women, like it's all women, really. And so I feel like maybe I take more of a like mothering role on. I'm like, okay, well, follow me here. We're gonna do this together, and like this is how it's gonna go. And it's like maybe more so of that like mothering energy than so like this is what we're doing. It's
Yeah.
like, oh hey, come on, let's go do this together. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe taking that like stance with women probably goes over a little like better.
Yeah. No, that's fun. That's a fun talk because we know the difference as we just talked about before this is I'm dirty and you're there's like a polarization here
Yeah.
and men tend to be more direct and confrontational in a men's setting and where I work, we it's male dominated and I only have one female employee, so uh like the way that I'm handling these situations with them is very direct and to the point.
Yeah.
Whereas I bet it's the whole way that the interactions are
Yeah.
are done
Well,
or
and one of the things that I've noticed is I do have to be pretty direct in certain things. Like, I need you to,
Mhm,
and then like I can say what that is. But also, I do feel like women are led very well by example, right?
mhm,
So, like, if I show up and I do this, or if I show up in dress code, or if I clean the toilets
mhm,
myself, like, it's much more that women are going to follow my example versus like just telling them what to do.
right. Oh, I
That's how I like to follow, at
oh,
least.
that's how you
I
do it.
follow your example a lot.
Okay. Well, good. Where was I? I mean, I had one in my mind that was really good now.
Mm.
The How do you think that the bookstore is gonna do?
Well, I would hope really well. It's a really fun place to be for sure, at least for me. But it seems that the community has responded really well, so that's awesome. And everyone really showed out for our grand opening. But again, it's a fun place to be. I want to be able to host events like girls' nights, bunko, mahjong, all the girly fun games. Next month, we're gonna do a Twilight trivia night, so just all sorts of fun event and fun nights
Cool.
for us. Yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Let's see, what's the goals? Like, what's gonna be the goals of Paper and Vine Book Bar? Well, let's do some short-term goals and maybe like what's a long-term goal you have for
I wasn't prepared for that. Um,
it?
Short-term goal would be to keep going, right? Like,
Okay.
that's really all I got right now, I don't know. Long-term, to be a place where women go to enjoy themselves, really, and build community, foster friendships. I can say that again, going back to that fantasy night, what was really cool is that I was able to see this group of 4 people who had never met each other before, sat at a table together to kind of, like, all sit in a closer space so that we could all talk about the book together, and at the end of the night, they all exchanged numbers, and so it really, like, was really heartwarming to me to be able to see, like, what I wanted the space to be kind of come to fruition, like, oh, what I wanted to do was build friendships and foster community, and I feel like I'm doing that, and it was really cool.
Yeah, you're seeing that happen.
Yeah.
So it's to solidify like a place where women know that this is like the place to go to be that, non-judgment
Oh,
and
absolutely.
free and
Yeah.
like we're all here.
We
We
don't
all
judge you for your kinds of books for sure. So they're all there. There's memoirs, there's self-development, there's dark romance, there's contemporary romance, there's thrillers for my other true crime junkie podcaster girls. There's a little bit of everything for everyone. So it's
Yeah,
real fun.
yeah, so you know what
Oh, young adult. So all the younger girls, I know we have a middle school girl who loves to read just about as much as I do. And so there's a lot of books there for her too.
I know, there is. And you didn't mention the smutty section. There's
Oh,
also
the
this
dark
the
romance,
dark
that's what I
romance
said,
oh, there's a
yeah,
dark romance
yeah.
section. Phew, that's,
It's in there.
that's in there.
Yeah,
Boy, that one I've read a few of those, man, just got me I've read a few, and that's like a whole
the
thing,
whole thing,
that's a
yeah,
whole thing with books, so
yeah.
that's
Well, and then it's, like, almost sometimes concerning because it's, like, how dark can you get? But it's, like, there is darker, like,
yeah.
it's out there, it exists, so
Yeah, no, so it's yeah, even not even the dark romance, but I think even for me now reading some of what people have put in a book, man, it can get they in their
oh,
imaginations
yeah, it's wild. Well, and I mean, even
can
thinking about, like your men books, though, like your Brandon Sanderson and who's the other
Bernard
guy that you're
Cornwell.
Bernard Cornwell,
Yeah.
like, to think about how creative, like, those men can get even, I mean, it's truly amazing, like, there's
Yeah.
no way that I could put those kind of thoughts on paper,
Yeah,
which, I mean, like, I can have some pretty crazy thoughts and make some pretty crazy ideas, but I don't know that I could ever put thousands and thousands of words on a page and turn it into that.
yeah, that's great, huh? Like they've imagined this entire
Yeah,
world
a whole world,
and
yeah.
with all these things in it
Which
and
sometimes I even get lost, like, the world building in some of these, like, fantasy books, I'm like, I don't even know what is happening anymore. Like, I think there was one, audiobook that I listened to that was, like, 29 total hours, and, like, at hour 17, I looked and I was like, "I don't know what's happened," and, like, I've listened to 17 hours of a book, and I still don't know.
don't yeah,
Yeah,
that's
just so much world building.
so
Yeah.
much world building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. Same thing with the thriller books though, like, some of those are my favorite books, as you know, like, the serial killer, like, dark, like, scarier, the better, like, love that stuff, and sometimes people are like, "Oh, wait, what?" And I'm like, "No, I love it." Like, the gorier, the better.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. The
Yeah.
gorier the yeah.
Yeah.
So Amanda herself likes gory serial killer thrillers,
All the
all the
and
thing.
all the cults, like, if you read a book about cults, like,
Yeah,
I've probably already read it.
shred it.
Yeah.
So that's probably something that people when they watch this not gonna know about you being
Yeah.
a very feminine bookstore
Yeah,
owner.
isn't that crazy?
There's an
I don't
opposite
know.
side of
Yeah.
this.
Yes. Well, and I think maybe that's what's so cool about books is that, like, you can truly express yourself in this different way that, like, I wouldn't say I'm, like, a culty person or, like, a dark person. I'm super, like, girly and feminine and fun and, like, high energy, and then, like, yeah, no, that's the stuff I wanna read,
Yeah,
which, like, you wouldn't see. Yeah.
the dark side,
Yeah.
yeah. And so how do you think, well, we'll go back. I mean, you where you grew up, you grew up and how do you think you got to be to where you are today? And that is, a uh I guess very part-time nurse practitioner, stay-at-home mom for some years and then now we're going back into to doing kind of like a passion thing. Like how do you think uh where'd you start and how'd you end up like
How'd I get there?
how'd
Like,
you
all
get
the in
there?
between?
All the in between,
Uh, well, My dad worked for DPS all growing up. My mom was a principal, so I had like a really strict upbringing, and it was amazing. I have great parents. And I always loved reading. Again, my mom was a principal, and so, like, books were a big part of, like, my day-to-day life, and my sisters as well. And so, loved growing up. I read a lot, loved school. I'm a huge nerd, so, like, there's that, which is, again, how I got through school and somehow how you got through school. So, there's some of that. And then yeah, I just kept going to school because I loved it. I became a nurse, then went and got my bachelor's in nursing, then got my, master's in nursing, became a nurse practitioner. Again, love helping people, still love to read that whole time, and then, uh, I guess your business came, we got really busy, I stayed at home with the kids and absolutely loved that. Again, helper by nature, so it was something that I really enjoy doing and still enjoy doing, and then yeah, this passion project of, "Oh, I love books and I wanna build this community," and so here I am.
So you are. So, grew up in traditional family household.
Yeah,
Mom was a principal, so there was kind of we
books
were around
everywhere all the
books all
time.
the time.
Yeah,
And then, so you kinda that's where
love
you kinda
school.
got this love for books,
Yeah,
and then you were good at school.
yeah, always good at school.
Straight A's,
Yeah,
mostly?
yeah.
Yeah, graduated, what, top one of the tops in your class or what
Yeah, I
or
mean, I was
close
top
to?
10% in high
Top
school. Yeah,
10% in your class,
yeah.
and, went to school, said you wanna be a nurse?
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, I was a RN before 21, so that was cool. That felt like a cool accomplishment.
Mhm.
And then, yeah, kept going.
And the
Loved doing that, again, still do. But yeah, it's something that I've been able to kind of take a backseat in doing while also being a mom to our kids and fostering their passion in reading now by doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, how many kids do you have?
We have 4.
Oh, we have 4.
We have 4,
Okay.
yeah.
Alright. So you have 4 kids?
Yeah.
And so 4 kids, a busy husband,
Yeah.
and, a bookstore now.
And why do each of our kids play at least one sport? I
Mhm.
mean, some of them too. Like, it's rough. I'm moving a lot. There's a lot of moving parts all the time.
So you're in
Again, going back to the calendar.
right.
Yeah.
Going back to the calendar,
Yeah.
so we organized and structured and so you're busy.
Mhm. All the time. It's so fun though. I wouldn't trade it.
You wouldn't trade it. So you
No.
don't think, "Hey, I need to slow down." You're just you're going for it.
I mean, I could definitely slow down right now, but that's because the store is just opening, and that was a lot of work to stand it up, but other than that, all good.
Okay.
It's been a lot of fun.
And then so what is okay. It sounds like it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What's the future of the bookstore and life for you?
Again, really just looking to host all sorts of events that other people wanna come to and be a part of, and being able to be there and be in, like, my happy place, and I hope other people find it a happy place too.
That's the
It's kind
goal?
of the dream. Yeah.
Okay. The
Being a
dream.
quiet, happy place that people can come be themselves and feel welcomed, really.
Fun.
Yeah.
Uh, what about personal life? What's the goals for the personal life? Stay stay married?
Well, I mean, yeah, that would be nice. I hope so. I mean, I don't know, are you telling me something? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, absolutely. Forever and ever.
Forever.
Yeah, that's
So
all I got.
so neither one of us can die.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Well, I can't do it without you, that's for sure, so can't go anywhere.
Kids, do you want more kids?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Yeah, maybe down the
Okay.
line. We're a
Possibility.
little busy.
Little busy right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
but we'll get there.
And then if you have an opportunity to expand the bookstore, you gonna make it like a franchise. We start competing with Barnes and Nobles.
So I don't know about a franchise, but would I be willing to do this again with my sister-in-law in Houston? Absolutely. Definitely. Chris and I've talked about it.
Okay.
And then Megan and I, my sister Megan and I have talked about, Lubbock's a good market and there's not any bookstores in market in Lubbock, I mean, so that might be kind of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was good to have this podcast with you. This is our first
Absolutely.
podcast together.
Yeah. I was a little nervous, but we did good.
A little nervous, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely a little nervous.
Yeah.
And, for
It's easy to talk to you.
yeah,
We do
okay.
it all the time.
Are we doing every day,
Yeah.
right, every day.
Yeah. Constant.
Um, so with that, I'll wrap this up and hopefully that I the goal is for our markets to kind of collide. I know that in the Jack of All Trades podcast, I've delved into a lot of different things and I usually keep it industrious to the oil and gas market since we're here, but we got
Yeah.
to support the bookstore and hopefully we can get the people that are in oil and gas
Yeah.
to
Well, and we make a good team, so
you good.
I think we'll be able to merge those things together,
Okay.
figure it out.
Yeah. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for having me.